What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I am back with another video. This time once again, we're going to talk about NBA great Michael Jordan. But this time, we're going to look past his playing career and see how good he was at the age of 50. Now if you guys know Michael Jordan, he retired not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. And in 2002, his final retirement, he was 40 years old after playing for the Washington Wizards. And for many NBA fans, that is the end of Michael Jordan's basketball career, and any thoughts that he'd make a comeback. But if you dig deep in NBA lore, during the late 2000s, many fans speculated Jordan will make a comeback at the age of 50 or in his late 40s. And today in this video, we're going to talk about that comeback and really detail how good Jordan was at the age of 50 and if he could have been an effective player coming off the bench for an NBA team.
One day you might look up and see me playing the game at 50. Oh, don't laugh. Don't. Never say never.
Now, when talking about Jordan's NBA comeback, the first ever hint he would come back was during the 07-08 season. As during a random Bobcats practice, he just started playing players 1v1, guys like Gerald Wallace, Jason Richardson, even Raymond Felton. He was playing those guys 1v1 and actually holding his own. And luckily, there were cameras there watching, filming all this going down.
Today he's in full gear. Best player that plays game. And he can help us out. There's a lot of things that he knows about the game that can help us out. We still got a young team that needs some understanding. And wherever he goes show us and teach us how to do it. We're going to take advantage of it.
I mean, that's not the first time I played against him. The first time I was excited, a little nervous, but the second time it's just, he's one of the guys now. So he's one of us. He's a Bobcats owner, so he's part of the team that we have here. So it's just a lot of fun for him.
If I could have Michael sign for the year, I shouldn't even say that. He can do that all day. There's no question in my mind he can come in right now and be effective in the NBA. There's not a doubt in my mind.
All I did was shoot, and more or less just help the morale of the players. For the last couple of days, it's all about just trying to get them to focus on the little things about playing as a team.
We'd love to have them, once or twice a month. His schedule can't do that, but it'd be great to get around, just come around. Guys like to see him. We sit playing one-on-one with each other. That's just part of just having fun. He's part of the organization.
It was a workshop this week, because I felt like they needed it. They've been getting at a point where they just could not get over the hump. And a lot of that's because of their own play. It's partly because of the way they go out and focus on some of the little things, which was good.
Now during the 08 season, Jordan, he would have been 43, 44 years old. And at that point, he would have been by far the oldest player in the NBA if he actually made a comeback. Now unfortunately, the NBA rules stipulate an owner can't play for the team, but I think for Jordan, David Stern, he would have made a one-game exception because MJ is MJ and the Bobcats, they're the Bobcats. Now looking at NBA history, how effective would Jordan have been in a 1-game or even 5-game sample size? Now as you guys know in NBA history, there are very few 40-year-olds who even play the game of basketball. And most recently, we saw Vince Carter, who played in the NBA at age 42. During that year, Vince averaged 7.4 points per game on 42% shooting, while only playing 18 minutes. Definitely not eye-popping stats, but for a player over the age of 40, definitely impressive. Now the best case scenario for Jordan, if he came back at 44 years old, was being like Kareem in 1988. During 1988, he was 40 years old and averaged 14.6 points per game. By far the most effective 4-year-old, who was still a very good and serviceable player. Now, one of the players you saw in that video clip was Gerald Wallace, a one-time All-Star at his peak. And when playing a 44-year-old MJ, he said Jordan would actually kick their butts, and he was still a very effective player. He didn't have his quickness, but he could still score, and he had a knockdown jump shot. Now speaking of jump shots, one of the best jump shooters of all time is Reggie Miller. And very similar to Jordan, he was a great shooting guard from the 1990s. And funny enough, Reggie, just like MJ, was actually rumored to come back during the 07-08 season for the Boston Celtics. And I only mention Reggie Miller because once again, I want to drive the point home At Jordan, age 44, he definitely could have made a comeback and been an effective role player in the NBA. Now, unfortunately for many NBA fans, during the 08 season, Jordan would not make a comeback. But still, 5 years later, there were still big-time rumors that Jordan was still very active with Bobcats players and even played some of the guys 1v1. One of the guys he played was number 2 overall pick Michael Kidd-Gilchrist back in 2013. And to kind of set the stage, Jordan at this point, he was approaching 50, and Kidd-Gilchrist was 19 and fresh in the NBA. And here's Gilchrist talking about that matchup and playing a 50-year-old Michael Jordan.
You actually talked about playing Michael Jordan one-on-one, and he actually beat you. What was that experience like playing, a lot of people say is the greatest player of all time? What was that experience like playing him one-on-one?
It was a dream come true. That's really about it, man. That's my boss, so. But that's really it.
If you have the opportunity to play him one-on-one again, anything that you would do differently on defense to try to beat your boss?
Nah, I win though.
So as you can tell in that video clip, Gilchrist, he was absolutely thrilled to play Jordan 1v1, and he was so excited that he lost. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, because how do you lose to a 50-year-old player who's your boss? As a 19-year-old rookie, I don't care who you are, you have the athletic ability, you're stronger, faster, and you're playing a 50-year-old NBA legend. You have to beat them 1v1, even if your jump shot looks like this. So definitely pretty embarrassing that Jordan at age 50 could beat an actual NBA player. And I did dig up some old stories about Tim Grover, Jordan's trainer, talking about this comeback at age 50. And to Grover, he was dead serious and dead set on Jordan actually making that comeback. And he had some pretty eye-opening quotes where he says Jordan, at age 50, still had an elite skill level, and his commitment to the task was completely different. And in his eyes, he believes Jordan at age 50 could be a very good and effective player. And the most surprising thing Grover said is that MJ's skill set at age 50 was still superior to a lot of the players in the NBA during 2013. So in Tim Grover's eyes, Jordan at 50, he could definitely play in the NBA and be a decent player. I know Grover is very biased, he trained Jordan, but I mean for him to say that is definitely pretty eye-opening. And I imagine Jordan, if he came back, he would have played for the Charlotte Bobcats. And looking to the same 2013 season, here's some of his own players, Bismack Biyombo, as well as Gerald Henderson, talking about playing Jordan one-on-one at age 50.
He's just trying to be helpful. If anybody knows him, he's attentive. He watches every game, he watches every practice. He's the best ever to play. So, he's got that competitive nature, and he always feels like he can help you.
He can still play the game, honestly. The way I see him, I think he can still play the game, and if you want to. But just 50 years old, man, going out after 25 years old, and playing as hard as he was playing, so he's pretty good.
Now, as you guys know, the Bobcats during that time period, they were one of the worst teams in the NBA and possibly NBA history. With that being the case, many fans speculated that Jordan would actually come back and play one game at age 50, sell some tickets, make some money, even sell some merchandise.
I'll make a quick prediction for the Bobcats. Michael Jordan is coming out of retirement and playing one game this year.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. That would be the biggest story of the year. When you think about it, though, all right, he plays one game. They waive the owner rule. Now he can sell the jersey, premiere some new Air Jordan 30-year anniversary shoe.
It's a good idea.
A lot of hype. See, the thing about you is you know things.
Now, for any regular person watching this video, you have to understand Michael Jordan, he is hyper-competitive and takes everything personally. And if you were to say Jordan couldn't play at age 50, I guarantee you he would take that to heart and try to prove you wrong. And if he really wanted to, he could definitely play in the NBA at age 50.
How close from your team and your players are you at the Charlotte Hornets? Do you go, for example, training with them or stuff like that? Or
I go watch them, but I don't get down and play with them. I used to. I'm too old for that now, but I watch, and from upstairs, or give my advice whenever they ask for it, and You know, but I'm still involved in the game, which is where I want to be.
And do you think if you play against some of your guys right now, do you sometimes do that or not? Or could you win on one-on-ones against them? Or?
I'm pretty sure I can, so I don't want to do that and demolish their confidence, so I stay away from them. I let them think they're good. They think that they are good, but I'm too old to do that anyway.
Now, so far in this video, it's been all facts. It's been a timeline of Jordan and his NBA comeback at age 44 as well as 50. Now for the opinion part of the video, how good do I think Jordan would have been if he made an NBA comeback with the Charlotte Bobcats? Now my first answer at age 44, how good do I think Jordan would have been? So obviously playing an NBA schedule, all 82 games, I don't think that's physically possible even for the best human beings. So on a reduced schedule with reduced minutes, Jordan playing at age 44, I think it's pretty realistic. He could have averaged at least 10 points per game playing for the Charlotte Bobcats. Now looking to age 50, let's say in a one-off game, how much I think Jordan could have scored versus the worst NBA team. I think at age 50 on his best night, maybe 12 to 15 points, 20 is definitely pushing it. So at age 50 as an NBA player, if he played 5 to 10 games, he might average 5 points per game at the most. I just think it's really pushing it. The physicality, being that old, the constant wear and tear, it would simply destroy a 50-year-old if he tried to play in the NBA. So MJ age 50, I think he could have played in the NBA, and at age 44, I think he definitely could have been an effective player coming off the bench for the Charlotte Bobcats. So as always, let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you think of Jordan playing in the NBA at age 50, and how good do you think he would have been? As always, thank you guys for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.